Good evening. You're listening to the Garden City Community Chat Show with your hosts Carrie, Tom, and Mike. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Well, hello, Garden City and all our surrounding communities, Westland, Canton, Dearborn Heights, Dearborn, Inkster, just to name a few. Welcome to episode number 657 of the Garden City Community Chat Show. It's Thursday, April 18th, 2024. We're so happy you could be with us tonight. Hope you're all safe and doing well. I am your host, Carrie. Also joining me tonight are my co-hosts, Garden City's very own meteorologist, Dr. Tom Iwinski. How you doing, Tom?
Good. How are you guys tonight?
Good. Doing great. Fantastic. Also, former Garden City Councilman Mike Jones. How are you, Mike?
Excellent, Gary. But I'm getting better.
Are you getting better? Good.
Always.
Hey, before we start, let me mention real quick, next week, April 25th, we have a twofer for you. First up will be Matt Collins. He'll be here to advocate membership in the Lions, Garden City Lions Club. They are in desperate need of volunteers and members, and it's a great organization. They do a lot for our community, and we're on the verge of losing them if we don't get some members. So tune in for that. He'll tell you all about it. And then our second guest will be Joe Bartley. He's going to be here from J&J Taxes and More. He'll be live. He wants to talk about reporting requirements for small businesses with some hefty fines if you don't. So pretty important stuff if you own a business, so you're going to want to tune in, and we hope you'll join us live on Facebook and YouTube. First up tonight, Dr. Tom. He'll be here shortly with the most current and accurate forecast for you. But first, I want to mention our guest for tonight. He is our former city clerk here in Garden City. He kind of retired for a few short weeks and now has recently been hired as our community development and DDA director. Matthew Miller will be here, and we're looking forward to having him and chatting with him, see what's going on. He'll be here shortly. And then, Mike, you're going to close out the show with the latest community events for everybody. I also want to mention real quick, if you're watching us live on Facebook and YouTube, go ahead and post your questions and comments in the comment section. You can find us live right now on Facebook at facebook.com/GCChat. And over on our YouTube channel, just search for Garden City Community Chat. You can also email your questions to us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, which is up on the screen under my name. And we'll do our best to get those answered for you. We also want to take time and remember we'll continue to not only promote our community, but yours as well. And speaking of community, if your community organization or business has any announcements, events, cancellations, what should they do, Mike?
They should email us, Gary.
Exactly. Email the details to us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com or message us on Facebook, and Mike will be more than happy to pass that information along. Remember, you're always welcome to come on the show and promote your community, your business, or organization anytime. We also encourage any local business to check out and join the Garden City Business Alliance. See what great things they can do for you. For more information, head on over to their website at gardencitybusinessalliance.org. Okay, let's get Tom in here with a check of our weather, and then we're going to spend some time chatting with our guest, Matthew Miller. Stand by. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away. Well, what do you think?
All right. So before I go into the weather, I redid my website and we're going to share it tonight. I'm going to try to at least.
All right, cool.
We're going to do our weather segments here on out. So when we kind of look at the general look of things, here we go right here. Perfect. You see the screen?
Yeah, I can bring it up. There we go.
So this is the new website. I will break that all down. This is based off my weather station on my roof. So what is basically going on here is we're currently not looking too shabby out there. We're
Right.
temperatures of 62 degrees right now, a little bit of clouds and sun mixed at this point. Winds aren't too terrible either, and we're going to continue to kind of see a nice evening rolling through. So basically, as we kind of roll down here, it has a 5 to 7 day forecast, and this is based off my weather station, so it uses past data and current data to predict the future. Now, this is like going into data analytics and machine learning, which is something I kind of learned at U of M. So basically, as we continue to kind of go into the forecast, this is kind of what we're going to be rolling into. So the rest of the evening, we're going to see our clouds build up a little bit more over the next couple hours after the sun sets around 8:18 this evening. And overall, our temperatures are going to stay a little bit on the mild side, probably dropping into the mid to upper 50s. And then you kind of see rain begins to move back into the region with our new system moving close to the region after midnight or so. And this will continue to kind of roll through all throughout the night in varying intensities, probably light to moderate rain at times. And then it's going to continue into Friday morning. So as we get into Friday morning, we're probably going to be kind of ending that rain threat by around dawn. So you definitely see kind of the rain will be continuing on and off and I like to study fashion and then pretty much ending by the time we get around sunrise. And then we're going to be a little bit cloudy for a couple of hours after the rain ends. And then the sun will come back out. We're definitely going to see decreasing cloud cover and some sunshine for the rest of the afternoon and into the evening. And overall, temperatures are definitely going to stay cooler because we are going to be behind this system, probably only dealing with temperatures in the low 50s for daytime highs as we go into the afternoon hours. But you definitely see it more warmer during the overnight hours because obviously we're ahead of that front. The front moves through and then we cool things back down. So it's going to be kind of doing a flip-flop when it comes to the daytime temperatures. And overall, we're going to continue to kind of see some cooler conditions moving in Friday night, probably getting into the low 40s as we kind of go into Friday night and into Saturday morning. So rolling into Saturday. Oh, wait, just wait. So rolling into Saturday now, we're definitely going to continue to see, some cooler air continuing, some mix of cloud and sun, dry conditions on Saturday, staying probably in the upper 40s to lower 50s for high temperatures. So definitely staying on the chilly side of things. And overall, we're going to start to creep into some upper 30s, maybe some mid 30s as we go into Saturday night and into Sunday morning. So overall, we're definitely going to cool things back down behind the system that's going to bring us rain tonight and into Friday morning. And overall, as we go into Sunday, after a chilly start, we're going to warm things back up into the mid to upper 50s. So turning the corner a little bit with that sunshine and those warmer conditions, bringing in those temperatures back up into some warmer territories. But then it's going to cool us back down into some lower 40s as we go into Sunday night and into Monday morning. So overall, as we roll into Monday now, we're going to continue to kind of see some drier conditions move through. Again, the cooler morning as we go into Monday morning. And then we'll see some increasing cloud cover as we get late in the day. And Monday, you definitely see that after 1 p.m. or so. And overall, we're definitely going to continue to kind of see some warmer temperatures as well in the low 60s as we go into Monday afternoon. So not looking too shabby there to start the work week. Then we start to get into some more cloud cover during the evening hours and the overnight hours. And then as we get into Tuesday morning, that's when we're going to be seeing some more rain moving in. Our next system will be another cold front that moves through, which will bring us more rounds of rain, starting kind of around dawn again Tuesday morning and continuing probably through a good portion of the day on Tuesday. And then it will start to kind of peter down as we get into Tuesday night and into Wednesday morning. And by the time we get into kind of Wednesday morning, the rain should pretty much be done. So it's going to be tapering off Thursday or Tuesday night and into Wednesday morning. And then the rest of Wednesday doesn't look too shabby. Definitely cooler again. Obviously, we're behind this system again. So behind these systems that bring us some rain, it cools us back down. So we're going to see temperatures back into the low 50s on Wednesday for high temperatures. And then some chillier again, some mid to upper 30s again, getting into mid next week. So definitely not going to be on the warmer side of things from a long time. We're definitely going to be kind of warming and cooling back down. And then as we get into next Thursday, dry conditions will continue. The cooler air will continue, but it's gradually going to warm back up into the mid to upper 50s again. So getting a little bit warmer. And then as we get into Friday of next week, you definitely see the general trend is for some rain to redevelop as we get into the afternoon and evening hours of Friday night and into Saturday. So by the time we get into Saturday, we're going to see temperatures continuing to rise into the low 60s. So we could definitely see a little bit of thunderstorm action coming back into the picture with that warmer air as well. So that is kind of where we're at when it comes to the weather picture for Metro Detroit. Kind of broke it down each and every day with hourly totals on the website. So if you want to look at all this weather information, obviously it's at dopplertownsweather.com and it will keep you updated. So that is the general trend of that. So thoughts and any thoughts about this? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
You even have, can you click on the current radar there too?
Absolutely. We can definitely look at the current radar. So obviously we expand out and kind of look around. There really isn't much going on. It's fairly quiet. This is just radar noise over there. You're definitely seeing the rain starting to kind of develop. This is kind of where we're at with kind of rain across Illinois. These warning boxes is what I've been dealing with at work. I just got off work. St. Louis dealt with a whole bunch of tornadoes this evening. So it's been a very active period across the U.S., especially across the Midwest. So there's been a lot of severe weather all across the U.S. along this cold front. So there's the cold front right here, slicing through Illinois, down through Missouri, and that's obviously bringing it into our direction and bringing our rain during the overnight hours and into Friday morning. But the severe weather is expected to remain south of us, so not looking too shabby in that department. So that is kind of where we're at. So yeah, this is kind of already taken care of any extended weather across the country that I want to talk about. So this is kind of how I'm going to do things going forward. So I hope.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah,
fantastic.
I think our viewers will like it too. It's really, you can see you put a lot of time.
A lot of viewers are visual learners, so that I thought it would be pretty good to do this. So yeah,
visual. Yep.
Absolutely. When it comes,
I like how it's interactive. You can just click on whatever.
Absolutely.
Michael Bingle says he loves this and he'd like to share it on his Facebook page, but I don't know.
We'll figure that out, buddy.
Yeah, he'll figure it out. Okay.
So, that is kind of where we're at. So if you want to look at this all by yourself, whenever hour you want to look at it, morning or night, it's at dopplertownsweather.com, and it will keep you updated as we continue to roll on to spring. So some warmer weather, some rain, a little bit of a cool down between some systems, and then not looking too shabby, some spring weather ahead. So enjoy.
Yeah, a lot of rain I see. And the temps up and down.
Little stormy yesterday, if you noticed. Not too shabby. I mean, a lot of the severe weather stayed outside of Metro Detroit, but there was definitely some severe weather outside of Detroit, the core of Garden City. But definitely came in pretty quick. The rain came down pretty good as well, and then it moved up fairly quickly. We got about an inch of rain yesterday. So just creeping into that stormy season. So at this point, it's going to be more rain than anything. So not looking at any severe weather threat anytime soon.
Okay, that's a plus.
Absolutely.
All right, well, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Yeah, great website, and I'm looking forward to that every week now. You spoiled us. See ya.
Take it easy.
Yep. All right. Yeah, I like that. That's a nice
it was
visual.
good.
Yeah, very nice. Makes it easier for him too. He can just scroll right through there and give the forecast. Okay, let's introduce our guest for tonight. We're pleased to welcome Garden City's new Community Development and DDA Director, Matthew Miller. Let's bring him in. Hello, how you doing, Matthew?
Good. Good evening.
Thanks
I'm
for
doing
being
great.
here. Thanks for being here tonight.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, how was retirement?
It was fast.
Really fast, really fast. Yeah, that's for sure.
A total of 7 weeks.
7 weeks, huh? Wow. Wow. Well, hey, we're happy to have you. And I think this is your first interview you've done, right? Since you've taken the job.
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Well, we feel honored.
Yeah.
So
well, I did meet with Zach King, and he started working on a role. So
okay.
I don't think it's out though. So this is the first one out. So
okay. Awesome. Awesome. Well, look, why don't you go ahead and give us your job description? I know you're going to be wearing many hats now. So go ahead and do that and share that with our listeners.
So, well, the three main areas that I'm working in are the building department, planning department, and the DDA. Mm-hmm. And the job description was put forth to really oversee all three areas of the city and provide services to our residents and business owners. The job itself, of course, is the day-to-day operations of all those departments and monitoring the staff in all those departments. And of course, in the DDA, it's myself and kind of one part-time person kind of manning everything down there at the DDA. But there's some administrative things to it too. We still have bills to pay in all those departments. Sure. All of that, that stuff, payroll, all that does have to happen too. So it's, of course, in a city, we have to have this service. And when I was the clerk for the 5 years, I did a majority of that for the building and the planning department also during that time. So I kind of did 2 jobs over there. So I'm just kind of flipping over to building, planning, and DDA. I'm good at multitasking, so I think it's a benefit to the city to be able to kind of switch hats fast. And I'm kind of glad to be back in kind of what I call the planning realm. Kind of a little bit of my history. I worked at the city of Wayne for almost 20 years, and I was the city clerk and planner there. And we, during that time, I did a majority of everything I'm doing now for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, you're real familiar with all this then.
Yes,
yes. That's a plus.
Yes. So that's kind of in general, an overview of the job description itself. Of course, there's things in all those departments that I do and I want to focus on. And so I know I gave a list of things, so I don't want to jump ahead. So if I jump ahead, Carrie, just say, Matt, we'll cover that later.
Well, yeah, why don't you go ahead and tell us the contract between the city and the DDA?
So part of how the position came about was that the city wanted to have somebody that really they were calling an economic development person. And we kind of came up with the community development director job title, which it's the same, it's the same job, economic development, community development. In the end, we want investment in our community, and we want good investment, and we want to, help our tax base any way you can, whether it's an economic development person or a community development person. That's my goal for the job and for the city.
Let me just ask, the only difference between DDA director and the community development director is the community development director can go outside the DDA district.
Yes.
Which is a benefit where the entire city will benefit from that.
And so that's part of the contract. So as the city was developing this, and this was, before before I think I announced I was going to retire. And so as they're kind of formulating, the city is looking for funding and how to stretch the municipal dollars as far as possible. And so the idea came up that the city would enter into a contract with the DDA to fund a portion of my position. So $70,000 of my position will be funded from the DDA. The city will pick up the rest. And what is a benefit, I think, to the DDA is that the city is picking up a larger portion They also are housing me. I have an office at City Hall. We have a city vehicle that is a pool vehicle I can use. I can access resources throughout the city, really for in the DDA. And you can't have the DDA just functioning, solely without worrying about the rest of the city, because the DDA really relies on, of course, it's our main shopping area, our highest concentration of businesses, but you need people that will support those and shop there. And so I think that's an important focus for residential improvements and investment throughout the community to support our downtown.
Exactly. Yeah. So is the DDA itself office on Ford Road going to be moved over to the City Hall then?
Yes, at the actually at the last DDA meeting, it was just decided that the office would be closing in downtown, in that storefront there on Ford Road, and moving to City Hall. So we'll have some signage. We're going to train some of the counter staff to how to handle anybody that comes in for DDA business. I will be there also. It's a cost saving measure.
Sure.
We're no longer going to be paying rent, but the copier, the internet, the phones, the electric, all that all adds up, as you well know.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to utilize the money and make sure that we can spend it efficiently as possible.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Yeah, and actually it makes sense to be at City Hall because you'll have access to all that, which you'll need for the DDA and community development.
Mm-hmm. And what was what I found so far, it's just 3 weeks, and is that when I sit over by the building department now, before I sat over at the clerk's office, but I've told all the staff there, I said, if you get a developer or a person that comes in that is, has a good idea or has actually, bought a building and is doing stuff with it, I want to meet them and, talk to them. And so I'm, from where they turn in their permits to my office door is about 14 feet. So it's convenient too. So.
That's convenient. Yeah.
Yes.
Now you have a lot of stuff to move, I would imagine, from there, right? A lot of stuff in storage over there somewhere.
Yes. So we are. I'm not a keeper, so I don't know if that's good or bad. But we have a lot of stuff over in storage there. We're purchasing a shipping container, one of those ocean going things. I guess a container.
Yeah, big container, right?
Yes, and so I started that process and I ordered it today actually. To be placed in DPW to handle the storage. The things that the DDA store, of course, the wreaths, the lights for the trees, the banners, banner arms, light parts, all that stuff's got to go somewhere.
Right.
And we're hoping that the 140-foot container is enough. That's my hope.
Yeah, you think 40 feet's a lot, but once you start filling it up, it goes quick, doesn't it?
Yeah. And, you've got to leave a path to get all the way to the back of it.
Right.
Too. So
exactly.
You kind of lose a couple feet all the way through it. So
yeah. And they're about 8 feet wide only, or?
I think 8 feet wide, 40 long, and they have different levels. I learned quick about, I never thought I'd be shopping for a shipping container, but I learned quick, but I did order a high one. So it's a little taller. We can stack stuff a little taller. So I think
good. That's awesome. Well, why don't we move on to some of the events now that you have planned? Some of the dates have changed. Well, Lucky Squirrel and then Chili Cook-Off we'll get to.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead and.
Okay. So the Lucky Squirrel's coming up, and you've got the date shown there. Actually, one is it's May 18th, not the 15th.
Uh-oh. Okay.
So just so you know.
All right.
Correction. May 18th. Right. And so May 18th, July 20th, and the 21st of September. So that's our annual Lucky Squirrel program. And as of right now, all of the spaces are filled.
Really?
$5 a spot, and they're all filled. So we're going to have a real good turnout for the first one in May. We hope, of course, no rain and sunshine.
Yeah, I know. When you're at the mercy of Mother Nature, it's always a tough one, isn't it?
I know it is. It is. I think I'll lose a little sleep. We'll need Tom back to do
There
a
you
little
go.
no
Yeah,
rain
you can do
dance for us. or
Long
something.
range forecast, maybe.
Sure.
And then, of course, we have the chili cook-off.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and that's coming September 7th, 2024. And we're that's a little earlier than it has been, and then in October. So we're hoping for a little warmer weather. Again, at the mercy of Mother Nature. So it can snow in Labor Day here. You know that. So
Yeah.
but we'll be ready for a kind of a new time and to make it a good community event at that time, the Saturday after Labor Day.
Yeah, that's I like September. I like that call. That's a good call. Hopefully we'll have some warmer weather and nice weather.
Yes.
Now this is fabulous. I love this program right here.
Okay.
You can explain this. Hometown Heroes.
Okay. That is, of course, when I came, I was told that's a priority. And so actually, amongst doing as much as I could get done anywhere, I've been working on this specifically, actually.
Yeah,
So
it took a lot.
we there's a fair amount of coordination, but our Hometown Heroes banner program was launched at the last council meeting. I made that. I don't know, Mike, were you there at the council meeting?
I was.
Yeah, I watched it. Yep.
Yeah. So, we had that up, and we were able to do that. What was amazing to me, we have 40 banner arms that we can use. There's a cap of 40, and Monday night we kind of launched it. By Thursday afternoon, we had filled all 40 banners, and we are starting a waiting list for 2025, and we're on the way. We've got, I think, 12 or 13 on the waiting list for 2025. So a real popular program.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be, I think the poles are going to look great. The flowers are going to be up, and their new light poles out in downtown. And I know Gary Carter's been working on cleaning. He was over at the pig corner. I don't know what else to call it, but at the corner there, he was out working and getting it ready for the garden club to do the planting, so that Memorial Day through Veterans Day, we'll have these Hometown Heroes banners up. And it's a surprising amount. I'm not gonna negate that it is a lot of work, because of course we're coordinating with 40 different families, getting photographs, making sure the photographs are good, making sure the rank is right, the year they served, all of that. So I've got a huge grid that is almost all filled in, but I've got some holes where I still need some information. But I started sending the images to Signorama, our local sign company that is producing the banners for us.
They're good.
And then we're going to start getting that ready. We're going to get them up kind of the week before Memorial Day. And, you think, oh, that's 5-6 weeks away. I'm like, oh, no. We're getting this. We're going to get going as soon as we can. So.
Right. So all 40 have been sold out or filled in. And then are you taking names already for 2025?
Yes, I am. So if you want to participate, submit them. You can email it to matthewm@gardencitymi.org. Yeah, and I'll get them ready. And I'm kind of creating a list for next year, and I'm numbering them as they come in. So, and it's a first come, first serve basis.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a wonderful idea. I really like it. And it's really going to be colorful too. Yes.
The banner's great. It's got kind of the waving flag at the top. And then we have the red, white, and blue, the stars, all of that. I think looks real catchy. Garden City is highlighted at the top. And I think it really comes out real nice.
Yeah, it really pops. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. I like it. Okay, let's move on to what do we got next? Oh, yeah. Michigan State Housing Development Authority. You want to talk about that?
Okay. Yes. I want to talk a little bit about MSHDA. And while I was off.
Can you just explain what that is for our listeners?
Michigan State Housing Development Authority.
Yeah.
So it's our state it's a statewide organization that, number one, of course, provides subsidized housing throughout the state, and then also housing programs throughout the state, really focusing just on housing, housing affordability, enough housing, kind of logistical housing, workforce housing, housing values. All of that is kind of studied at MSHDA, which is a state agency, and part of the grant that they were giving out was really to look at MSHDA feels, and they've got I think rooms full of planners. They feel that as the population is growing and aging, we're going to need more housing in urban areas or suburban areas to accommodate that. And so the grant was called the Housing Readiness Grant. Oh. And it really is to look at our master plan for specifically residential. And it kind of conveniently came up at the same time that we are under review. Every 5 years, the master plan has to be reviewed that we have. And so, and a lot of times, the Planning Commission can say, well, we reviewed it and we don't recommend any changes. The Planning Commission was looking at making some changes and making some amendments. And so this grant kind of hit at the same time where we can do those and somebody else is paying for it, not us. Yeah. I mean, in turn, all taxpayers are paying for it, but it is not city tax dollars going towards it.
I like it. Yeah, very nice.
And housing readiness, what I really want to stress for that is Garden City is a traditional laid out community, post-war, suburban, kind of, if you think about it, it's referred to in kind of the planning realm as the concentric zone theory. Detroit was more dense, and then each zone you went out kind of got a little less dense, and you see that happen as the suburbs developed. And so one of the things that the grant is trying to have cities look at, of course, is housing readiness and looking at different housing types. If it is duplexes, say on arterial roads or collector streets, more density in the downtown or in the kind of our R2 residential areas, to look at how we can really fit in more housing. The more housing, of course, that can get built at the same time makes it more affordable, in essence, to the developer, because, of course, you fit more on land, you get more money, they can do it. And development costs are skyrocketing for these developers. And so I think that we really need to look at and change, I think, a little bit of our thoughts on density, on different housing types. The other thing that I feel that we need to look at and figure out how we can do is to fit in kind of elderly care housing, whether it is an in-law suite on a house, a granny flat, they call them, that, or even to look at nursing homes or American House, assisted living, or just retirement living, which we really, in Garden City, we don't have an American House. We don't have Presbyterian Village. We have nothing. Right. And we should provide for that spectrum from, first house to last house, and I think why should we have to leave our community to age out of place when we can maybe age in place?
Yeah, that is a nice thought. But, Garden City's pretty well landlocked too. So, I mean, how do we get around that,
Well, the way we get around it is that we have to increase our density, I think. And part of the grant that I wrote in the narrative was for an infill housing study. So they're going to look at identifying some tracts of land that are developable, and we have them. We have some tracts of land. We have deep lots. Kind of the northwest side, lots of 300-foot deep lots. For many years I lived in Wayne, and I had a 60 by 300, and that's a lot of grass to mow.
Yeah, that's a lot of grass.
And I did it with a Toro mower for years and years. The people who bought the house got a rider, and they were like 30 years younger than me. I thought, you wimps.
Right.
So again, by being landlocked, we just have to think differently, I think, to see how
we have
we
to
can utilize the land better.
look outside the box. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I might have skipped over DDA maintenance and DDA quadrants. You had mentioned that.
Yeah. Well, one is I give a lot of credit to the DDA for the maintenance of our streetscape. It can always be improved, but from what I left in Wayne to Garden City, it's a refreshing welcome that the streetscape is maintained so well.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always glad for that. Even driving through before I even worked here, I always thought it still looks really good. And, having a clean welcome mat for any business or anybody that comes here, I think is a positive. And to continue that, Gary Carter does a great job. And I did put in the budget a little extra money to see if we can make some improvements, swap out some plantings, things like that to spruce up some of the streetscape area and, make it look better. So.
And you had mentioned that the commons there where Willie the Pig is, the garden club does a great job planting that there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And, they're fighting though. They've got like the sun out there all the time. So they've got to put out some pretty tolerant plants. And then I know that last year they had, kind of a wild weed was running amok over there. So Gary was working the last couple of days, kind of pull that out. So they'll look really good for this year.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. So and the quadrants.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Before we get to a question.
Oh, okay. Oh, a question.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right. So the hopefully it's not a tough one. So anyways, the quadrant idea, this is my idea, and I'm just starting to kind of talk about it. I think that we really need to look at the quadrants at Michigan or at Ford Road and Middle Belt, kind of in 4 quadrants: northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast, and kind of look at how we might need to internally look at those quadrants to provide, where we say walkability or traditional downtown or something like that.
Right.
The state of Michigan for Ford Road and Wayne County for Middle Belt just won't help us.
No.
They won't slow the traffic down. It's 6 lanes wide. It just is. It's like fighting a losing battle with those two, with the state and the county. And I'm thinking, why don't we see if we can kind of look at each of those quadrants to see if we could create our own. Of course, we have a huge opportunity. We don't own the land where Kmart was, but there's a huge opportunity to, of course, get density of housing or anything like that back there. But to look at it differently, I mean, it's a lot of gray. If you look at a Google Earth and see a lot of gray, it's just unused parking. And I think unused parking could be utilized for something better. On the northeast side, of course, we own a couple acres over there where the Lucky Squirrel is and the Chili Cook-Off. But, maybe that could be a developable parcel. And, we need to look at that and see if it will work. And if we're working, kind of in the quadrants, I think it's a little quieter back there, so that you can have kind of a more traditional area to be, as opposed to cars flying by.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's an idea. I'm going to talk to the DDA about it, and we can kind of start to focus on that. Maybe these quadrants, they can be interconnected via the crosswalks, of course. Sure. And but maybe we'll give it a run. I'm not sure, but I think that the quadrant idea may work. Of course, Garden Street is on the east. It's a city street.
Mhm.
If we own the street, we can control the of course the speed is 25 along there, but
Right.
curb lane parking, maybe a boulevard, something like that.
Mhm.
We have the ability to control that, and so
Yes.
maybe something good will come out of it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Well, with you being from Wayne and being in Wayne so long,
Mhm.
how in the heck did they get Michigan Avenue speed down to what is it, 30, 35 going through Wayne?
35.
Yeah,
Yep,
so I just don't, any other city you go through, Plymouth, they drop the speed limit. I just
Mhm.
can't understand why they won't work with us on that.
And I don't know either. In Wayne, um, uh, they
Michigan's huge, Michigan Avenue.
Michigan's huge. I think they maybe threw a bone to Wayne. Gosh, we did the streetscape there in 96 and 99. And I think that, the eastbound lanes with the destruction of all the houses that occurred there, urban renewal,
Mhm.
maybe they felt bad for Wayne and lowered the speed there. Of course, they lowered the speed on the sign, but it's still pretty fast through there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But yeah, it's nice. I do have a question or statement from John Murray here. He wants to know what type of procedural policies have you created to relieve his speculation of conflict of interest in the building department, planning department, DDA, and economic developer under a single individual?
Mhm.
Well, of course, I took an oath, of course, of office to enforce all of the rules that are in place, and it is a fine line. I don't understand or even perceive why he's saying it's a conflict of interest. Number one, I'm a city employee, and I'll always have the mind of the city at heart. But it is you want businesses, but I want businesses that will comply with the ordinances that we have in place and with the building department. If you don't want to be that business, I'm sorry, I can't support you coming to Garden City. I just can't. I can look at ordinances specifically, of course. If we need to amend an ordinance for certain businesses, then there's a public process to do all that. So how can there be a conflict of interest if I'm trying to support? If I want to support a business and it requires a zoning ordinance change, of course, I would initiate it. And, the planning commission and the city council would have the final say in the wording. So,
Right.
But it is a fine line because I want businesses to come. And just for an example, I was looking at I made contact with a person. And again, some of the stuff, you make contact with somebody and you have an idea, but it requires a rezoning of one lot. And then actually rezoning of two lots, two different zoning types into another zoning. It's not a spot zone, though. It's just an expansion of a C3 zoning district. But it would have to, we would have to initiate it. And of course, I would be supporting it because it'd be a new business if they want to do this use there. And it would be investment in the community. So I would be supporting it, but I'd be supporting it with this is the use that's allowed in the C3. And we need to make the change in order to accommodate a new business. And I don't think that's necessarily a terrible conflict of interest. Also, the city has not had I can see the response. It's I don't care if it's me or anybody else, but I want to know that I want the community to know that we're going to follow the ordinances that we have in place. And I've done this for 30. It's going to be 31 years now.
Yeah, not your first rodeo.
It's not my first rodeo, but and ordinances are ordinances are funny. You can write an ordinance or change an ordinance, and then somebody will do something that you're like, oh, I didn't even think they could do that, and they did it.
Yeah. And ordinance can be rewritten too, or updated. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Michael Bingle says you are a great choice for this job with your background. I know you will get this city and the DDA headed in the right direction. The banner program is awesome. Also, great things happening in Garden City. Saw Gary today working hard.
Okay. Well, very good. Thank you.
My wife, Mrs. Chat, she goes, "Hey, Matt, I understand you are neighbors with my dear friend, Mary Jane. Such a small world."
Yes. Yes. Coming to you live from Westland, about 5 doors down from Mary Jane.
Yeah. Great lady. Yeah.
Yes,
Awesome.
she's wonderful.
Okay, so we covered the quadrants, right?
Yeah.
You said you want to meet with the business owners, which is a great idea, and also business attraction, working with the brokers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I'm working on kind of developing a letter that I haven't finished yet. So, but part of getting a new office is I didn't have a desk, I didn't have a computer, I didn't have a phone.
Right.
It's
Makes it hard.
you can show up, but if there's nothing there, what do you do? So, anyways, but I'm up and running. I'm up and running. That's a good thing. So I'm developing a letter that is to I'm going to send to all the businesses in town. One of the things I said in my interview, and I will say it and beat the drum forever, is that we need to support the people who are here first. We have to. And I think that is a, imperative. And so my letter is really just reaching out to all the business owners. And I'm going to, one of them is going to say, I'm at one point in time, you're going to see me on your threshold. Don't slam the door on me. But
oh, no, we don't want that.
Yeah, correct. But I want to learn. I want to meet them. I want to learn what they do. A couple of the industrial plants, I really want to get in and see what's going on over there, and international extrusions and everything. I think it'll be great. They've got, they occupy a lot of their industrial area off of Illinois. So I hope I can get in good and I get a good tour on that.
I'm sure you will.
But in terms of, say tax incentives or anything like that, unfortunately, the state of Michigan, industrial is about the only place we can get them. If there's going to be job creation, that usually spurs on any level of a tax incentive to the state. Unfortunately, Dairy Queen won't be able to get any tax incentives. They create some jobs, but the state criteria for tax incentives really is focused on industrial. Maybe I'll always monitor legislation to see what changes. But anyways, that is, I want to get out into the industrial area to really see what's going on.
I know this has been brought up before too, is you have to try and reach out to the landlords of some of these empty buildings that we have. They need to play ball too.
Yeah. Oh, yes. They play hardball, though, I think, with their thinking their values. That's the problem, too.
Exactly. So, yeah, I hope that you do meet with some of them and, see where we stand with them.
And we've been just in the last month, the building department has been very, very busy. And, you'll see you'll see on Ford Road, down at, I said Deering the other day, but it's not at Deering. It's a street over by Arcola and Belton over there. That's almost
Cardwell.
done. That new development. What street is it?
Cardwell.
Cardwell. Thank you. Thank you.
Cardwell.
Thank you.
ABCD.
Yes. Thank you. Arcola Belton.
Deering.
Deering. So my aunt and uncle live on Deering, so I automatically always think of Deering. So, anyways, but that's almost done, and from what I talked to the landlord, is that they're all rented already. So,
oh wow,
so that's a good thing. I hope that other landlords see that. I think you have to spend a little money to make some money, and you have to put in place it's a 40-foot wide unit, but it's all brand new or it looks nice. And it can attract customers. I think that's important to maybe the other landlords that see, maybe we should make it a little better here.
Yeah. Some of them are improving the facade a little bit.
Yes. Oh yeah. I'm down at Andrew Drugs or everything. They're getting that ready for some additional suites in there. Going right along on the other side of Plymouth Rehab. I think another use is going in there that's going to be a real nice use for the community. The cat cafe is coming too. So I'm allergic to cats, but I'll go in and give it a try.
Yeah, I'm a little leery of that, but hey, welcome to Garden City.
Exactly. So, and animals always bring out the better in people. So let's hope it's a good place.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see. There's a few comments in here. I just want to make sure. Oh, here we go. Chin Digs at Home Parties. It's been nice to see the small business revitalization over the last few years in Garden City. Yeah,
Okay.
it's true, and we got a long way to go yet. Michael,
Yeah,
Baker, Cat Cafe.
Yeah. So I was just one of the things. Maybe I know that I didn't know if somebody would ask specifically, but I did do a little homework before tonight. Is the Golden Feather? It is still, it's still going forward to be a daycare, and so it is sold. It's going forward. They're in the process with the state of Michigan, getting stormwater and road access issues kind of hammered out as they go forward. Just, I think, April 9th was the last. I kind of got pulled into a string of emails with STEM, which is that's the daycare center that is buying it. Science, technology,
engineering, and mathematics.
Thank you. Thank you. So,
former professor.
Yes, thank you. So, of course, I was kind of thinking in my head, these are going to be preschool kids, 4 or 5, maybe 6 years old. And I think what happened when I was 4 or 5 or 6, I think I've sat outside and go play in the woods.
Yeah, right. Boy, I hope they have it fenced in. That's for sure.
For sure. So anyway, I thought that would come, but again, that's a good building to be filled. We've had a couple hard hits though. Orange, Rite Aid, Hershey Shoes,
that whole block there.
The whole block, and what we have to realize is too, I think, is that the facet of shopping is changing so drastically. People are not shopping at stores, brick and mortar, and so we have to find a niche. And I think housing, is going to help us immensely. I don't know how or where we'll fit it in, but I think that if we can fill in some vacancies with housing, then it'll help fill in the rest of the vacancies commercially. They'll feed off of each other.
Now, one of the big questions I'm always asked is to ask you, where do we stand with the Kmart property?
We stand nowhere. It's listed for sale still, and that's all that it is.
And LA
I reached out to the listing agent of that there, and also the property right behind it that's listed for sale, and neither of them called me back. I know one of them a little bit from my days in Wayne, and so I'm going to hound him again just to see. I was just doing an introductory to some of our mainline places there, the old Bank of America across from City Hall. Put in a call to him again, just reaching out to people who I can.
Yeah, give you an update, at least where they stand, the Suburban down there, Suburban dealer down on Ford Road. On there, they're supposed to do something, develop that somehow.
You mean Stu Evans or Metropolitan, you mean?
Yeah, down there, Metropolitan, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because Suburban is doing a big renovation and a big Jeep thing down there. That's going to be all redone.
Oh, good.
On the corner of Vinoy and Ford Road. Suburban is going to be all redone. They're going to have like a, that rock wall looking thing for the Jeep kind of deal. So that'll be good. But Metropolitan is it has been sold recently. And on the east side, Carvana is coming in. So we actually are just finishing. That's in the used car lot area. And we're working on splitting the lot. And I know that the developer has to put in its own water and sewer. It was fed off of the main building. And if so they got to provide its own, everything. you think everything's easier. You're like, I just put it over there. You're like, well, we need to be able to wash our hands and flush a toilet. And it's like, oh, a little different.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The Ford Road and Merriman area too, that gateway I would like to see develop more. With that being a direct route to the airport,
Mhm.
several people go through there every day.
Well, one day when Merriman opens.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, that's really killing us.
I know.
Sometime in the 2030s.
Terrible.
I know. So, there are, I walk a lot in Hines Park. It's kind of my route over there. And I come out at Merriman and Warren. That's where when I walk. And, there's two bridges back there you don't realize. There's one over Hines and there's one over the river, by Hawthorne Valley and those apartments.
Right.
So to me, of course, to the naked eye, the one bridge is not near done over the river. The one over Hines looks closer. So let's hope progress happens.
Oh, let's hope. Yeah, fingers crossed. I know you
Yes.
wanted to just touch briefly on the 7 steps to opening a business. I have it up here on the screen. It's a little hard to read, but you can go ahead and comment on that.
Okay. This is we get, I think some people are always hounding us. We don't know what to do. We don't know how to do a business. This pamphlet is really a great pamphlet that we hand out that tells you there's 7 steps, not 7 easy steps, because if you're a business person, you need to take the initiative to follow through the steps.
Right.
But it's a guide path for opening a business. Verify zoning, apply for a C of O, apply for the required permits. If there's things that require permits through the inspection process, you have to get a permit. It has to get reviewed, approved, and finalized. A zoning review, a site inspection, and the final that approval. Then you would, of course, have building inspections, and then at the end you get to apply for a business license. When you get the business license, you get the C of O and the business license. Usually, the business license, say it's before June 1st, we give you for a year and a half the business license, and we also give you the C of O, the certificate of occupancy for that use. Everyone, is kind of following the same path. And, if we continually to be consistent in this path, I think that we won't get the complaints that we're not doing it well. Our business partner, that we have in building, Bocelli, that does our building inspections. And, I basically supervise 4 full-time inspectors, 3 trade inspectors, and then we have 1.6 FTEs, full-time equivalent employees that work in the building department. We have a really great crew working for us now, and I would hate to see it be upset because all the inspectors are thorough. What is nice is that even when I was the clerk, even now, we talk about if there's issues in interpretation, about ordinances, about building things. And Garden City has never had that, never had somebody that could do that. And then also, we haven't had anybody in community development for more than 25 plus years. I think Paul Zelenak was the last person. I knew him back a long time ago. And you don't need somebody holding the hands of new developers or business, but you need somebody there to guide them. And that's kind of what I feel is important for my job.
Now, let me ask you this. These 7 steps compared to other communities, is this more or less steps?
Are we more business friendly?
Because every community is different, I know.
Yeah. This is basic stuff. It's nothing. I don't think it's anything extraordinary. It's business friendly because to businesses to be business friendly, they have to know what is expected of them.
Right.
So they can make a decision if they want to locate. Yeah. Here's the 7 steps. This is what you got to do. The hardest part is the zoning, making sure that the property is properly zoned for it. I do want to, when we look at zoning ordinances, in the future, we need to look at maybe streamlining some of the approvals to where it's done administratively, more done administratively, less done at the Planning Commission. And again, the Planning Commission, their hands can be tied. If you have a use that's permitted and they meet all the requirements, they can't deny you. You know, it can't be denied.
Right.
I mean, we can deny them, but we'll be in court fast.
Yeah, you'll have a lawsuit for sure.
You know, so if we get in that situation, maybe we would just be able to administratively do that. And through my years in Wayne, I worked real hard to do that, where we had we had what was kind of called a site plan team meeting. So building, fire, police, myself, we had an in-house city engineer there, but we could internally review some of these things and, you know, give it yay, nay, what are the problems, what direction we could give them, but we could maybe improve them administratively with a list of conditions. So.
Yeah. That's all I have on that.
I had a couple more things though, Carrie.
Go ahead. You got the floor.
Sorry. So, and what do you think, Mike, before I go on? Am I doing okay?
Yeah, I just have a basic question. It was similar to what Michael Bay asked. Do you feel there's a conflict in you being paid in part by DDA, but doing stuff outside of the DDA district?
Well, I mean, I don't think there's a conflict. I'll focus equally on both. You know, is it 50-50 or 60-40? You know, some days, you know, the last 2 weeks, it's been DDA all the way, you know, almost, you know, it's been banners galore, you know, so.
You're still a city employee though, right?
I'm a city employee. Yes, I'm
right.
a city employee. Yeah.
Right.
So, and the contract is that the city will provide the services to the DDA. And so I'm providing the services of a DDA director to the DDA district. I'm already did the first meeting. We can talk about that maybe another day. And then it was, to say the least, interesting. Correct, Carrie? And so, but I, did the agenda. I got it out. We met. These are the requirements of the DDA law, and I did it. And so that's again, I was talking about that administrative things that have to occur, and that we have a DDA, so we have to have a board, we have to have meetings, we have to have a budget. I presented the budget, it got approved. We'll take it to city council, all of that, and of course, then I'll monitor, how I'm paying bills, what comes out of DDA, what comes out of the city. There's automatic general ledger GL numbers that will protect the funds of the DDA and the cities too. So I hope I can wear both hats, 3 hats. In Wayne, it was done this way actually.
Okay.
The whole time it's all run out of City Hall and has always been.
I get it. Well, I think you're going to do a great job. I think you're the man for the job.
Let's hope. So a couple more things I did want to talk about though, real quick. So
okay.
I am also still going to do the neighborhood stabilization program.
Oh, okay.
And that's the Wayne County foreclosure houses, the right of first refusal.
Right.
Those are usually out of the DDA, but I'm monitoring the tax foreclosures for the city, making a determination if the house is worthy to get, and through the right of first refusal. And we have a partner that we have a contract with that does do the housing renovation and puts the houses back on the market for a non-renter homeowner occupied structure. I think that's important. That was written in the contract, and that is our policy. And what is good with our partner, it's called HP Snap is the company. He outside of the program, he's picked up other houses in the city and done the full renovation on them and sold them. One just recently at Bach and Farmington, I believe, on the northeast corner, did a great job. He got the house via tax foreclosure outside of first refusal, and renovated the house. So he's kind of putting his money where his mouth is. Our program is a good program for him, but he's also investing in other houses in the city outside of the program, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So I'm still going to be doing that, and then also the Property Maintenance Board of Appeals. That is a board where we, if of course somebody has an interpretation problem with the building official or zoning official, we can go to, it's not the zoning official, just the building official. Zoning official, you go to the Zoning Board of Appeals, which I'm not doing. The clerk is still going to do the Zoning Board of Appeals.
Okay.
But Property Maintenance Board of Appeals is where we have appeals to about the building official, but also this is where we do the demolition by neglect, and where we can get some of these houses. There are 2 homes that we have stickered repeatedly, and they're going to be going next. It's a arduous process because we're going to be knocking down 2 houses that we do not own.
How about knocking down that bar at Ford and Merriman?
Well, that's getting redeveloped actually. That really? Was I hope to goodness we've the developer was in today at the building department, and I hope to goodness that happens. I know that they've acquired additional property along there, so I hope that this stake that they've got will result in something positive for us there.
Yeah, because that's really been an eyesore there.
Oh yeah. So a lot of good times though.
Yeah, Frankie's, yeah. A lot of good times.
Yes.
Well, let's see what else. We got some comments here. Mrs. Chat says, you definitely have the know-how, Matt, and we look forward to the great things for our community.
Thank you. Michael
Bingo. Thank you so much for what you are doing. Looking for great things to come. All positive, all positive.
Okay.
Mary Jane's watching, I believe, actually.
All right.
Yeah, a lot of people in there tonight. So you reached a lot of people. And did we cover everything you wanted to?
I think so. Do you have any questions for me or?
No, not really.
You want to know?
Mike, you got anything? Covered everything, didn't he? Pretty much. Well, look, if you think of anything or you ever want to come back, you're welcome back anytime. You know that.
All right. Well, thank you.
Well, I appreciate you coming on. And once again, you can contact Matthew at matthewm@gardencitymi.org. And the phone number is 734-261-2830, right?
No, it is 734-793-1640.
Oh, okay. So that changed.
The 261 is going to go away.
Okay. I got you. All right.
Okay.
You'll have to send me all the updates so I can get them in there.
Okay. That sounds good.
All right. Matthew, you take care. Thank you very much for coming on. I really appreciate it. And come back. If there's anything that we can do, we're available.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
All right. You take care. Have a good night.
All right. Okay. You too.
Night.
Good night.
All right. Good information there. Wow. He covered a lot of stuff, huh?
Yeah.
I think he's going to do great things.
Yeah. I'm glad we're not losing him.
What's that?
I'm glad we're not losing him.
Yeah, really.
When he retired as clerk, I was sad.
7 weeks retirement. That's a long time. That's long enough. No, he is. He knows his stuff. That's for sure. All right. Moving on quickly. The next city council meeting is going to be Monday, April 22nd, 7 p.m. in the council chambers located at 6000 Middle Belt Road. These meetings are a great way for you to get involved and voice any concerns that you might have. All right, Mike, are you ready? We're going to get into community.
You're going to do Joe?
No, we don't have Joe tonight. He's coming on next week, he said.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. Yes, that'll be the day
time for
you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave.
Mike.
You know it's a lie, 'cause be the day when I die.
All right.
Okay, the carpet cleaner. Does carpet cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, upholstery cleaning, hardwood floor cleaning, residential and commercial. Called Dennis Dietman at 734-299-6496.
Mm-hmm.
Straight Farmhouse is open for tours Wednesdays and Saturdays from noon to 3. And for any information, go to www.straightfarmhouse.org.
Yeah, a lot of events always over there. A lot of stuff going on. Tim
Right.
Marquette does a great job.
Adult Jazz Fitness with Jolie, Tuesday at 7:15 at the Radcliffe Center. Dance Express, 1751 Radcliffe Street, Garden City, Michigan, of course. Drop-ins are $7 or sign up at, and I can't read the fine print.
Yeah, that's a huge. Just make sure you bring a change of shoes.
Yeah. Notary Public, Notary Babe Shannon Coffee. Contact her at Notary Babe Shannon LLC. All your notary works, call 734-469-8821.
Yep. This is winding down.
Yeah, Tech Talk with Julie's got one more session.
Yep.
Thursday afternoon from 1 to 4 on the 25th of April.
Yep.
Angel Aids will can provide a lot of services, including home and lawn care, transportation, etc.
Plethora.
For seniors and disabled people, contact Stephanie Peters at 248-818-5334.
Right. If you need some help around the house, or you know a senior that's needing transportation or whatever, give them a call. She does a lot of stuff.
Wade County Veteran Services every Tuesday and Thursday from 8:30 to 4:30 at the Radcliffe Center. Call Wayne County to make an appointment, 313-506-6302. And the American Legion Department of Veteran Affairs every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. They'll take care of all of your questions on benefits and so forth that veterans have. You can do that right here in Garden City. You don't have to go out of town anymore.
Boy, what a plus that is. That's a bonus right there.
Garden City Senior Center presents a watercolor class on April 19th, 12 o'clock in the Radcliffe Center. Registered Radcliffe Center or online at gardencitymi.org/senior center. Questions, please call the usual number, 734-793-1870. Sports Venue is having a fundraiser for the Garden City Music Department, a bake sale and raffle all day. It's on April 20th from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Donate or volunteer.
Sports venue. Wow, that's nice.
Yeah. Penny bingo, bring plenty of pennies. It's the first and fourth Wednesday of every month at the Radcliffe Center from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Pennies are used as the markers for your bingo cards.
Mm-hmm.
Board games. They have sessions on April 23rd and May 28th from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. They're free. Join us at the Radcliffe Center for a day of board games, cards, table tennis, pool, cornhole, and more. Quilting Club at the Radcliffe Center, the first and third Tuesday of every month from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, $1 drop-in. Interact with fellow quilters, bounce ideas, create projects, and
mingle.
And mingle, okay. Bring half-finished projects. We have sewing machines and great company.
Wow, they got everything you need right there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Karaoke night at the Notre Dame Lounge, 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, starts at 6:30. What's the dates?
Every Friday.
Every Friday, okay.
Yeah. Get your voices ready. Karaoke.
Yeah. Hand embroidery hat class at the Radcliffe Center $15 a session. They're on Wednesdays from 4:30 to 5:30, ages 8 and up. The next one will be April 24th, and then there's 3 in May and June and July and August. Learn how to make your own floral embroidered hat. All materials provided except the hats.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
Embroidery, that's very popular. Very popular.
Little Shop of Horrors. We had a speaker at our Kiwanis meeting today talking about this,
Okay.
Mr. Bennett. They have 3 performances next weekend, April 26th and 27th. That's Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. And one on April 28th, which is Sunday at 2 p.m. at the O'Leary Auditorium.
Yep. Tickets are $12 for adults, $10 for students and seniors, $15 at the door.
Okay.
Mhm.
Free Ice. This spectacular show will thrill and chill children with amazing dry ice experiments, from my shifting spatula to a special, what is that, burly shower?
Bubbly.
Bubbly shower.
Yeah.
Okay.
The show will have children on the edge of their seat. Ooh.
Oh, boy. Anyway, it's Saturday, April 27th.
Right.
Okay, the Road Rally, April 28th. Check in. This is at Straight Farmhouse. You check in at 2:45. Starts at 3 o'clock. Reach your final destination by 6. There's going to be raffle prizes, a 50-50 raffle. For tickets or more information, go to straightfarmhouse.org or call Kim at 734-812-1559.
Yep. $20 a person.
Garden City Adults softball.
Softball, yeah.
Yeah. Get active, make friends, play hard.
Mhm.
Days offered Thursdays, 6:30 to 9:30 p.m.
The 9, yeah.
At 9 p.m. and Sundays from 1 to 3:30.
Yep.
Registration dates open until April 30th.
Yep. $660 for league cost
Okay.
at Garden City Park. Okay.
A hiring fair at the Garden City Hospital. I think they have there it is, a $15,000 sign-up bonus.
Yeah.
Up to that, at least.
Mhm.
They're looking for RNs, student externs, nursing assistants, and unit secretaries.
Yeah.
That's going to be on May 1st.
9 to 4 p.m. Same day interviews and offers. Same day. Wow.
Mother's Day Germaniums, Friday, May 3rd, 12 to 3 at the Maplewood Center.
Yep. 31735 Maplewood.
Okay. Mother and daughter cupcake decorating. Oh, boy. I can't
May
read.
3rd from 6 to 7 at the Radcliffe Center.
Thank you.
Yep. Each pair will get their own full dozen cupcakes to decorate, $20 per mother-daughter duo. That ain't bad. I like cupcakes.
Yeah. Mother, son. Yeah, but you're not a mother or a daughter, though.
Right.
Mother, son, let's have some fun. Saturday, or play 4. What's it? 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock?
Yeah, May 4th. Yep.
May 4th, yeah. $15 person, $5 per sibling.
At the Radcliffe Center.
Come Waste Away in Margaritaville. Jimmy Buffett Theater, Saturday, May 4th. Doors open at 6 p.m. Show starts at 7 p.m. at the Notre Dame Hall, 3144 South Wayne Road. Tickets are $25.
No, that should be a fun time.
Yeah. Wasting away in Margaritaville. Cell phone basics. Learn the ins and outs of your smartphone. Includes an overview of apps, email, social media, and more ages $14 or 14 and up, $20 per person.
3-week course, Tuesdays starting May 7th, 6 to 7.
Okay. Next coffee hour with our state representative, Dylan Wagella, is going to be on May 9th. They're every second Thursday of the month, and they're at the Radcliffe Center from 5:30 to 6:30.
Yep.
Neighborhood Watch, the next meeting is on May 14th. It's on the second Tuesday of every month at 7 o'clock p.m. in the Garden City Police Department. This is the invitation that the Lions are putting out to their meeting to try to increase membership and so forth, because they do a lot of good things in the community, but the club's just going to go away and disappear if they don't get some more fresh blood in there.
Right. They're aging out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to have a meeting at the Straight Farmhouse May 19th for 3:30. So Matthew Collins will be our guest next week. So you'll want to tune in. He's going to tell us all about it and how you can help keep this organization together for us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Garden City Public Library presents a cooking club with Emily Schwartz, pasta salads on Saturday, May 25th from 2 to 3:30. Pasta salads are a perfect addition to any spring picnic. We'll be building our own to take home, open to all ages, 14 and up. Registration is needed. Bugs on Wheels. It's Saturday, June 1st. It's from 1 to 2. There's a charge.
She got all kinds of bugs.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Seeds and Sprouts. The next session is for ages 7 to 12, and it's $5 per child per class. And the next one is going to be on June 5th.
8th. Yeah.
Another one on April 31st from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock.
Yep. This is a hard one to read here.
Yeah.
Second annual food truck rally benefiting the Wayne Westland Special Olympics, June 14th, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. They're going to have Hogs Backyard Barbecue is going to be there. A lot of food trucks. Karaoke Under the Stars. Classic rock band from 3 to 6.
Fancy dance party.
Fancy
Family dance party.
Yeah.
Huh?
At the Notre Dame Hall.
Yep.
Yeah, lots going on there.
Camp Garden City from open for ages 6 to 11 from June 17th to August 16th in Garden City Park, half-day camp, Mondays through Fridays, 9 o'clock to 12:45, $99 for a week.
Yep.
Learn arts, crafts, et cetera, et cetera. Third annual Bisbee Vendor Show. Spots now available. Okay, no charge for Garden City Business Alliance members. Oh, this is in conjunction with the Music in the Park.
Right. Those are the dates for the Music in the Park.
Promote your business organization for little or no cost. Sell your products or fundraise for your group. Contact Claudia Bello.
Yep.
Cruising with Instep. They're showing a movie on August 7th. It's going to be E.T. Drive-in movie at 9 o'clock p.m. It's at 450 South Vanoy in Westland. If you have any questions, contact our bud Don Nicholson.
Yep.
It's 734-658-5296.
Yeah, that's always a fun time. They have pretty good turnout there for that driving.
Yeah. Community Shred Day, Saturday, September 14th from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. You can also drop off your prescription drugs disposals and your home pantry food donations. It's in the City Hall parking lot in or off Central Street from Ford Road. You can shred up to 5 paper grocery bags or cardboard banker boxes accepted. You must be in line by 12:45.
Yep. And that's all I got.
The-
You wanted to hold up the Rec Connect?
Yeah, the new Rec Connect arrived today. It's full of stuff.
Oh, a plethora full of stuff.
Yeah, plethora. Thank you. One of my favorite words.
Yeah, they have all kinds of stuff in there.
I think that was mailed out to everybody in Garden City.
Yep, I got mine today as well.
Yeah.
So check it out.
Yeah.
All right. Hour and 27 minutes tonight. Yeah.
I'm
Well, he
exhausted.
had a lot of stuff he wanted to cover, so
Well, yeah,
wanted to make sure he got everything in there.
it's an important
Remember,
position.
we're always, what's that, Mike?
It's an important position.
It
Glad
is.
we're finally putting somebody specifically in charge of
Yep.
getting businesses into Garden City.
Yeah, he definitely has the experience for sure. Remember, we're always looking for guests to be on the show. If you're interested, you know someone might be interested, let them know, and they can email us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com or message us on Facebook. Doesn't matter what community you live in, we want to hear from you. Come on the show and share your information with us and the surrounding communities. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you. And Mike, with that said, I think we're ready to call this a
Podcast.
We want to thank our guest tonight, Matthew Miller, Community Development and DDA Director. We wish him all the luck in moving our community forward. Once again, his number is 734. Oh, no, that's wrong. Let's bring it up here first. Hold on. Contact him by email at Matthew M.
At Garden City.
GardenCityMI.org. And he'll get back with you, and I'll have the correct phone number for you next week. Also, a big thanks to my fantastic co-host, meteorologist Dr. Tom Iwinski, and his brand new website. You're going to want
Yeah,
to
that was impressive.
very impressive. Also, Mike Jones, great job as always. Any final thoughts before we go, Mike?
No, just encourage everybody to stay safe.
Stay safe. Huge shout out to each and every one of you for sharing part of your time with us tonight and over the 14 years. We very much appreciate it. Remember, this show will be available right after we sign off tonight on Facebook. So we hope that you'll catch it at your convenience, especially if you tuned in late, by going to facebook.com/GCChat. And feel free to share the show with your friends as well. Also catch us on our YouTube channel. We need to get some subscribers on there. We're still kind of low. So if you think about it, go over to the YouTube and search for the Garden City Community Chat Show and subscribe. We would appreciate that. Just click on the live tab. You'll not only see this show, but all of our past shows as well. We would appreciate it. And as always, at the end of our shows, we like to thank all the healthcare workers, first responders, police and fire, everyone on the front lines who serve and protect us every day. We cannot thank you enough. Be safe, and we want you to know that you and your families are in our thoughts and prayers every day. And whenever you see any of these, please let them know how much you appreciate them. Remember, the success of a community depends on the community. So please support your local business. And please don't hesitate, vaccinate. Get that COVID booster, your flu shots, RSV shots, pneumonia shots, measles shots. Remember, you're not only protecting yourself, but others as well. And Mike, if you see something,
Say something.
say something. Need to look out for one another. For all your weather information, make sure you head on over to drtomsweather.com. He's got a brand new website over there. He's real proud of it, and he showcased it here tonight. So we hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for listening. If you would like to contact any of us here at the chat for any reason, once again, email us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com. Let us know how we're doing, what you'd like to see more of. We try to, give you a variety of guests if we can. Join us next week, April 25th, when Matt Collins from the Lions Club will be here. And our good friend Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes and More is going to be here talking about some important stuff for you. So until then, follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/GCChat. Make sure you head on over to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Just search for the Garden City Community Chat Show. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your night, and good night. Mike, take care, my friend. See you next week.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good night, everybody. All right. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the show, and we will see you back here, same time, same channel on Facebook Live. You guys have a great night. See ya.